Hello guys, and in this short tutorial I just want to show you how to use the Windows sniping tool. So for example, you want to take a quick screenshot of your desktop probably, and you don't want to download the custom software to do that. You can as well use the Windows sniping tool that normally comes along with Windows, and you do it very fast. So let's dive into it and I show you how quick it is. So Windows normally comes with a sniping tool, and this is it here. So if you don't have it on your computer, I will show you how to get it. You can just download direct from the Google Play, the Windows store, or you can go to your browser and you search for Windows sniping tool and install it. Or you can as well probably, if you're running Windows 11, you can go to Microsoft Store and you will find it there, the Windows sniping tool. You will find it on Microsoft Store. If you don't, probably if you're using Windows 8 or Windows 10 and you don't have the Microsoft Store, you can as well go for use your browser and you download the sniping tool. So I'm just kind of going to show you how it works very fast, and later I will show you how to download it. So first of all, let me first close this, then we go on. Now for example, you have let me say a quick software that you want to take snapshot, like a snapshot of your desktop. So you want to take a snapshot of this desktop. So you first open your sniping tool. Let me first open it. So once the tool opens, it has a button that says new. So new, you're taking a new a new snipe. So for example, it has also a shortcut. Take a new snipe, you can as well control N, just like you see that. So I think it's taking. Now when you see control N, it will give you an option of which snipe are you taking. Now the first one here is a freeform snipe. So when I say freeform snipe, when I click on freeform, I can move my cursor in a freeform. Probably I can make a rectangle, a circle, or even an oval form, and end up taking that snipe. And finally I save it to my computer. So finally it saves to your computer, so you see you can take a free snipe. Probably you want to cut out something, free cutting out. You can probably cutting out an image from its background. You can use the same tool. So after doing this, you have to go ahead and click on those three buttons and then go ahead and click on save, because you need to save it. So save, you choose a directory or a folder on your drive, and then you save it. I normally save my pics in okay, so you go ahead and save the pic in any directory you want. You can as well first rename it before saving it, like my first pic. So you can rename it, then you click on save. So the cutout or the snipe will be saved in your computer direct. So now let's go ahead and kind of get another snipe. So that was one type of snipe, the freeform. Freeform is kind of somehow good because you can you're free to move your mouse and get a custom snipe out. So let's go ahead and click new, and you see another form of snipe. So another form of snipe is actually called window snipe. So this one snipes the current window or the window that you tell it to snipe. For example, window snipe, let's click and see. So in this case, you have to choose which window. Now I want this window, so you just click on the window and it takes the snipe. So you see the snipe is already taken. You can go ahead and save it just like we've done in every other. But again, if you have already saved the other on the same location, you just have to come here and say save as into new location. You just say save as, but if you want to save it to the same location, it's still so the same. You just click on save, then blah blah blah, name it, and then say save. It will be saved in that location. So let's get another snipe type of snipe. Now another type of snipe is actually the full screen snipe, and most people kind of opt for this because normally full screen snipes are preferred more. You find that people are using full screen snipes very much frequently. So let's go ahead and click on full screen snipes, and you see. So when you click on full screen, it takes a snipe of a full screen. Whatever is on the screen, it will be taken. And finally, you will have a full screen snipe. So you save just as the same way I've been saving. Name it full screen. Kind of simple. This is just a simple trick. Save will be saved. Now lastly, we have another type of sniping, which is actually a rectangle but kind of custom. Next, we shall be handling the freeform, but this freeform doesn't give you the liberty to move. It's just a rectangular freeform, so you have to move in a rectangular format. Okay, so let's go ahead and see new. So it's actually the first one, the rectangular snipe. You will be able to dictate on the height of the rectangle and the length of the rectangle, but ultimately it must be a rectangular snipe. So when you click on this, you will have to open. This is where it brings sort of your cursor, and now you have to choose where you have to start from and where you have to end horizontally. So when you press and drag, so you kind of drag the area that you want to snipe. For example, I want to snipe this middle part, and when you reach where you want, you just release the cursor and it will snipe that specific area that you've just highlighted. So finally, you will have your snipe captured, and you can go ahead and save just like we've been doing. This is rectangular snipe. Okay, so you go ahead and save, and I think that's all. Now for editing your snipe, you kind of have a few options of editing. Normally when you're sending or you want to demonstrate something on the picture, you can choose your brush or ballpoint pen, and you can write on your picture by dragging your mouse. You press and hold and drag, and for example, mark anywhere you want. Now take an example. Maybe you can even write a word, I want. So it really depends on the touch, the entry, the touch keypad that you have. Some people have a ball pen, people use a stylus, and a pad. It's actually simpler. So use a stylus, you can write, but you have a quick mouse, you can as well write and draw and mark some parts. For example, if you're doing a tutorial and maybe you're using arrows to demonstrate areas of emphasis, can you just draw your arrows? So you can also as well use a highlighter. For example, you want to highlight out something on the peak, and this highlighter can be edited. You can increase its width or size, and also you can increase its intensity and also its color. So you can choose the color from here. Choose red and you highlight. You choose maroon, highlight. You choose green, you highlight. And as well also the ball paint can also be increased in size. That's number one. It can also be changed in color. You can change the color of the writing, and also you can as well I think that's all. Change the color, then also increase the size, increase and decrease the size. So after doing all that, and probably if you made a mistake, you have an eraser or a rubber that can help you to erase some. So for example, if you call for an eraser, you can erase everything that you've just added in a peak in just a blink with one option. For example, you've put some highlight, and also you've added some pencil, and you realize you've made a mistake. You can first of all just take an eraser, remove one, or remove all at once, erase all ink. So it removes everything and leaves the peak by default the way it was taken. So that's point, I think, number 3. Then the fourth tool is actually the ruler. So the ruler kind of actually, I'm not very conversant with this ruler, but some people use it. I don't know measure what. I will be coming, I think, the next story. I will be explaining more about this ruler, how it works. Okay, so we can just press ruler back, portrait A. So it also has a portrait. You can either use a ruler or a portrait, and if you want it back, you just click on it again. As I said, if you want just to release the highlighter, you just use brush and remove everything. Okay, so we can also touch right, which is actually the best option for people, for example, who are signing. This one, in this tool, touch right, you need kind of a sensor or a screen that has a sensor where you can just use your finger to write, or you use a touchpad or a stylus to sign. So normally this touch write is actually very important when it comes to signing into documents and installing signatures on electronic documents, where you don't have to have a hard copy. For example, you have a soft copy of an electronic document, and you want it to be signed. So you can use this tool called the touch writing to sign against your the electronic document. So for example, having clicked the touch writing, I can go ahead. My screen is a touch screen. It's actually a Dell Latitude, but it has a very good touch screen. So let me go ahead and sign. So actually this is my signature. So you can sign against any document, any pic. So you can as well write actually. So I find this kind of interesting, and I think I will be using this tool more frequently. So I can as well write, this is my pic. Oh guys, my handwriting is kind of not good, but anyway, you will excuse me. And I'm dealing with my tutorial. You can as well also write outside of the pics. It's actually okay. Now number 4, let me first erase this. As I said, use the eraser to erase everything at once. So number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6 is the image crop. Very important tool. Once you have your images, you can just import your image, your snipe that you've just sniped, and reduce its width or its length, or even both at the same time, reducing the size. And after that, you can zoom out to see exactly which part you're cropping and which part you're not cropping. You can cancel the changes, but you can as well accept the changes by clicking on apply, and the changes will be applied. But don't forget that it also has the undo tool, which is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the 8th tool. So you can as well undo, and all these tools, each of these tools has kind of I think shortcut, but the undo is always Ctrl Z. So when you press Ctrl Z, it undoes whatever you've been whatever you've been changing on the pic. But you can as well just click on the undo, then it will undo everything that you've done, including your signatures. Then you can also redo. If you realize you want the changes, you put them back. Then after doing all the changes, you can as well go ahead and save. We've already seen how to save. You don't need to repeat that. So finally, and for I think you now well conversant with the sniping tool, I think I'll go ahead and show you how to get this sniping tool, and then we move on. Now, sniping tool closed. Let's go ahead and see how we can download it to our computer. Actually, honestly, I haven't downloaded any sniping tool for the past since I started using this Windows. it doesn't use a sniping tool, it actually comes with it, so I didn't need to download one. So let me just go ahead and download. Let me see if it's available on the web, then later we shall see how we can go ahead and use it. So sniping, it's double N, sniping tool for Windows, free download. I think I should put a free download sniping tool for Windows 10. So just like I said, it normally comes along with Windows 11, but if you're using Windows 10, actually it's also in Windows 10 and I think also Windows 8 point something. But if it so happens that you don't find it in your computer, you can as well download it from the web. I'm very sure it's in very many sources. Or even if it's not working, you can get a tutorial to fix it out. Okay, let's click on the first link and we'll see whether it really has the sniping tool that we are looking for. These are just ads. Okay, sniping tool on Windows 11. Take snapshots. Okay, what is the latest release? Is that preview? So you find that a lot of people are using this sniping tool. It's actually a great tool to do most of the things on your Windows. So you can as well use this shortcut. Alternatively, if you don't see it on your Windows, probably it's on your Windows but you can't access it, so you can use this shortcut where you press Windows plus Shift then plus S, Windows plus Shift then plus S. So automatically I think you can see you'll be activating the sniping tool. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else we can do. So for people who are not using it right now and using Windows, probably it's not activated, so go ahead and pressing this and I think you will be activating it. So guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next tutorial.